Amazon seller support is a bunch of shit. It seems that the only seller support they have is in India. Whether you send an email or chat with them directly, only bad things happen, and then they get worse. Chats with seller support reps routinely last an hour or longer because they do not understand the questions that are asked of them. One must spend a lot of time, rewording questions and asking in different ways to get them to understand, but to no avail. They constantly reply with copy and pasted information that they found online somewhere. The information never relates to the question answered. One must be strict in their pursuit of an issue with a seller support rep. You must write, "Why did you reply with that? That was not my question. Can you please answer my question?" Then they will paste more paragraphs of useless crap. Then, you must say again, "I'm sorry, but can you please answer my question?" Then, if you're lucky, at this point the rep might say, "I'm sorry, can you tell me again?" Then, this is your opportunity to write it again and try to reword it because they don't understand. The reps don't use common sense and they cannot identify when there are things that are wrong with Amazon that clearly don't make sense. They won't catch these things. You must point it out to them like a small child. For example, and this is a true story. An A to Z claim was opened by a customer on the 6th of the month because the customer claims she didn't receive the item. The delivery estimate date that Amazon provided was the 7th to the 12th. So, now anyone with common sense can see that the estimated date of arrival has not even arrived. Yet, the customer has opened an A to Z claim and Amazon has allowed the claim to be opened. Upon bringing this to the attention of the Indian seller support rep, he said, "Yes, the customer ordered on the 2nd and has not received the item yet." That was his answer, and it is typical of how all interactions go with seller support reps. My jaw just drops as I can't believe they can't look at dates and figure things out. I asked, "How can you allow a case to be opened if it is the 6th, and the delivery estimate is from the 7th to the 12th? Then he said, "It's the 2nd. I typed, "Huh? Maybe you have a bad calendar. My calendar says that today is the 6th. I'm 100% certain that today is the 6th. You can see how they cannot possibly be helpful when they can't even understand what dates you're talking about. Clearly I'm trying to point out that today is the 6th. The date the claim was opened was the 6th, and the estimated delivery dates are between the 7th and the 12th. That's a very easy thing to understand. But they just cannot process it." Eventually, he agreed. I have the chat transcript to prove it. But he said he could not handle that problem and has to escalate it to another team. This is another annoying thing that seller support does. No rep that answers your chat can ever help with anything. If there is a real problem, they always have to escalate it to another team somewhere. So, then what happens? Either you don't hear back from anybody, or you do get an email response from someone in that team. So, what's so bad about that? I'll tell you. The email response from the team is the same kind of unrelated copy and pasted crap that the first seller support rep gave. They send the same thing. Clearly, the reason that this happened is because the first seller support rep didn't understand the issue, so he was not able to communicate it to the other team. So, they in turn also get it wrong. Then you're back at the beginning, square one. Trying to send emails to the team, and re-explain everything from the original chat. The original chat that you already spent an hour and a half on. It's so frustrating that you just want to quit, throw up your hands and give up. Because you never get to a solution and the problem is never resolved. I'm not ranting about this because I'm a jerk and one bad thing happened so I'm going overboard. I'm venting about this because the exact same situation has played out with seller support for the entire year that I have been selling on Amazon, with every contact and chat I initiate with seller support. I got to the point that after 30 minutes I'd ask for a manager or a supervisor to try to avoid the 2-hour chat. After all, 2 hours is almost 10% of an entire day. But, they never let you speak with a supervisor or a manager. They don't even address the question. They just ask again how they can help, or what is your ASIN number. They avoid the manager question and they block for them. They say that they cannot transfer calls to a supervisor. However, they have transferred my chat from seller support to the FBA team before. And then the FBA team transferred my chat back to seller support. I find it hard to believe they can't transfer to a manager. There have been 2 times where the rep told me the manager would come over and talk to me on the same computer because there was no way to transfer the chat. So, they told me the name would be the same and it looks like you're still chatting with the same rep. So, this could easily be some kind of shenanigan where the rep you're speaking to just pretends to now be a manager without actually getting a manager. I hate the whole thing. It really sucks.